So, you ever walk into a room and hear like 5 different languages at once? Or you go down the street and smell something amazing, something you've never smelled before coming from a neighbor's kitchen? That, my friends, is a little taste of multiculturalism. It's a big fancy word, I know, but all it really means is having lots of different cultures living together in one place. It's not just about where your parents or grandparents came from. It's about the mix of stories, music, clothes, and ideas that everyone brings to the table. It's like a massive ongoing party where everyone is invited. Think of it like a football team. You wouldn't want a team where every single player is a goalkeeper, would you? That would be chaos. You need defenders, you need strikers, you need midfielders. Everyone has a different skill, a different way of playing the game. A community is exactly the same. When people from all over the world, from Nigeria to Japan, from Brazil to Poland, come together, they bring their unique skills and perspectives. This mix is what makes a city or a country strong, vibrant, and interesting. It turns a boring single-color painting into a masterpiece full of every color you can imagine. You see this magic happening everywhere, especially in big cities like London or New York. You can hop on the tube and sit next to someone wearing a Scottish kilt, a Nigerian gile, or a Japanese kimono, all on their way to work. These cities are like giant human libraries where every person is a book with a completely different story to tell. One person's story might be about growing up on a farm in India, while another's is about life in a bustling city in Mexico. Multiculturalism means we get to read all of those incredible stories without ever leaving our hometown. And it's not just about big cities. It's right there in your school. Look around your classroom. Your friends might celebrate different holidays like Diwali, Eid, or Hanukkah, alongside Christmas and Easter. They might speak another language at home, which is like having a secret superpower. This incredible variety isn't something to be confused by. It's the most normal thing in the world. It's a sign that our world is getting smaller and more connected, and we're all learning to share this one big playground we call Earth, which is a pretty cool thing when you stop and think about it. One of the best, and I mean the best parts of living in a multicultural society is the food. Let's be honest. Before your friend from Italy joined your school, you might have thought all pasta came from a tin. Now, you know about carbonara, pesto, and that amazing lasagna their grandmother makes. Your Pakistani friend introduces you to the wonders of biryani, and suddenly rice is no longer just plain old rice. Your taste buds go on a world tour without you ever needing a passport. It's a delicious adventure where you discover that samosas are the perfect snack, and that Polish pierogi are little parcels of happiness. Beyond the amazing food, think about all the new things you learn. When you have friends from different backgrounds, you get a front row seat to their cultures. You might pick up a few words in another language, like how to say hello in Spanish hola or thank you in Japanese arigato. You get to hear music you've never heard before, from the rhythm of Afrobeats to the melodies of Bollywood. These aren't just small fun facts, they open up your mind. You start to realize that your way of doing things isn't the only way, and that there are countless exciting ways to celebrate, to create, and to live. This variety also leads to incredible friendships. Making friends with someone who has a different background from you is like opening a door to a whole new universe. You get to share your own traditions and learn about theirs in return. You might find out you both love the same video games, even if you eat different things for breakfast. These friendships are powerful because they're built on curiosity and respect. They teach you to look past the surface and connect with people for who they really are, not just where they come from. It's how we build bridges instead of walls. And let's not forget the festivals. A multicultural calendar is a busy calendar, and that's a good thing. One month you might be celebrating Chinese New Year with dragon dances and red envelopes, and the next you could be throwing colorful powders during the Hindu festival of Holi. These celebrations bring communities together, filling the streets with music, dancing, and joy. It's a chance for everyone to participate, learn, and have a brilliant time. It shows us that while our traditions might be different, the happiness they bring is a universal language we can all understand and share. Of course, it's not always a smooth ride. When you have so many different people with different rules and traditions all living together, sometimes things can get a bit awkward. It's like trying to play a game where everyone has a different rule book. One person thinks you should take your shoes off when you enter a house, while another has never heard of such a thing. Someone might talk very loudly because where they come from, it shows you're friendly and engaged. But someone else might find it a bit rude. These are the bumpy bits of multiculturalism. Misunderstandings are bound to happen. What's considered polite in one culture might be the opposite in another. For example, in some countries, making direct eye contact is a sign of honesty and respect. But in other parts of the world, it can be seen as aggressive or disrespectful, especially when talking to an elder. It's easy to get the wrong idea about someone if you don't understand their cultural background. It's not because anyone is trying to be mean. It's simply because we've all been taught different ways of communicating and behaving since we were children. Another challenge can be different values or beliefs. People have very different ideas about family, religion, and community. These beliefs are often very deep and important to them. Sometimes, these deep-rooted values can clash with those of their neighbors. It takes a lot of patience and a willingness to listen to navigate these situations. It's not about deciding who is right or wrong, because often there isn't a single right answer. It's about finding a way to live together peacefully, even when you don't always see eye to eye on the big stuff. This is where respect and open-mindedness come in. You have to be willing to press pause on your own assumptions, instead of immediately thinking, "That's weird." Try thinking, "That's different. I wonder why they do it that way." Being open-minded means being curious instead of judgmental. It means asking questions politely and, most importantly, listening to the answers. It's about understanding that your worldview is just one of many and that there's always something new to learn from someone else's perspective. It's not always easy, but it's the key to making it all work. So, after all this talk of food, festivals, and the occasional awkward moment, what's the big takeaway? It's simple. Multiculturalism makes our communities stronger, smarter, and a whole lot more fun. Imagine your life was a movie. Would you want to watch a film where every character looked, talked, and acted exactly the same? Of course not. That would be the most boring movie ever made. The conflict, the comedy, the drama, it all comes from the differences between the characters. Our communities are the same. Our differences are not a problem. They are our greatest asset. When we welcome people from all walks of life, we are essentially assembling a team of superheroes. Each person brings their own unique power. One person brings the power of a new language, another brings a new way of solving problems, and another brings a recipe that could unite nations. Together, we can achieve so much more than we ever could on our own. This diversity sparks creativity and innovation. The best ideas often come from mixing different perspectives together, creating a solution that no single person would have thought of alone. Embracing these differences makes us better people. It teaches us empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. When you learn about your friends' struggles and triumphs, you start to see the world through their eyes. This makes you more compassionate, more understanding, and a better friend. It breaks down stereotypes and prejudices, replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity and connection. You learn that we are all part of the same human family, just with different ways of telling our family story. Ultimately, celebrating multiculturalism is about building a future where everyone feels like they belong. It's about creating a world where your background doesn't limit your opportunities, but instead adds to the richness of the whole community. Every single person has something valuable to contribute. So, be proud of what makes you unique and be curious about what makes others different. Welcome new neighbors, try new foods, ask questions, and share your own story. Because a world that celebrates every culture is a world that is truly beautiful, powerful, and complete.